From Marmo Studio, here's Jim Bratton.
Hi, this is Jim Bratton, the Jim Bratton Podcast, coming to you from the Marmo Studio today. And with me is Emily Evans. Emily is the founding director of Custom Coastal Outreach. We've talked before, Emily.
Nice to see you, Jim.
Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
We've talked about a couple of things that you're doing. That's been over the last several months, as a matter of fact. So let's talk about the most recent accomplishments, etc. We'll work through the accomplishments and some other things that might go along with that then.
Oh, thank you. I'm super excited. We got our 501c3 IRS designation in June.
Great.
Moved into our own office space at Marmo.
Yes.
Come see us anytime. I've hired our first employee, Anthony Solis Rocha.
Right.
He is our community and resilience development specialist.
Right.
We had our first social event, cleverly called Work the Net, here at Marmo, where we had donors give items for raffles. We had a pretty good turnout. We presented our PowerPoint. We brought the people together that had not been brought together on one of our previous 3 boat trips.
Yes.
And we launched the Emergency Response and Public Safety Auxiliary Program on the vessel on October 27th with 2 Navy sailors. It was Navy Week Galveston.
Yes.
One of the gentlemen was from Galveston.
How cool.
We also had Lieutenant Buck of Beach Patrol and also a member of the United States Coast Guard on board.
Doesn't get much better than that.
I know, it was really nice to pull it all together.
Give me about 10 seconds or 15 seconds on the boat, what you do with the boat, okay?
Yeah, so one of our programs, like I said, is Emergency Response and Public Safety. And our coast is going to need more emerging members of the military that protect our seas.
Right.
Coast Guard, Navy, Marine Corps. A good starting point for that is Beach Patrol. Right. They have historically had a hard time getting guards in the summertime.
Yes.
They bring in the J5, I believe, visa people from other countries, and they keep our beaches safe. Right. So just bringing the outreach of those people who can sometimes be a bit behind the curtain, if you will, if you don't come from a military or public safety family.
Right, making people aware of what's there.
Yes, so having them on board, they gave a brief introduction. They got to see what I'm doing on my side with the education of the natural and economic resources that we depend upon. So we dragged the net. We got another baby flounder, a tiny little baby brief squid.
No kidding?
Yeah, it was great. It was just a great time had by all. Saw more dolphins out there than I think we've seen at one time in a long time.
Really?
Which might be because the flounder is starting to run.
Yeah.
But it was a really great trip.
As you've been becoming more and more active and you reach out, you've gotten involved in a number of organizations. Tell me about that.
Oh gosh, I won't tell you all about each one of them, but Naturalist Guide Certification from Galveston Island Nature Tourism Council.
Right.
The Texas Master Naturalist Galveston Bay Area Chapter, Master Naturalist Training, and I'm completing the volunteer hours to complete that designation by springtime. I'm part of Rotary. They invited me to join for free for a year. They're trying to get more younger people, or maybe people that aren't so exposed with things that Rotarians do.
Good point.
Yep. And then Propeller Club, which is a subset of mainly Texas A&M. But last meeting we had last Wednesday, they also distributed funds to San Jacinto Maritime Training Center.
Is that a fact?
Yeah, it's great. And then the big one is earlier this year, or even last year, I was interested in Leadership Galveston.
Right.
It's a program by the Chamber of Commerce. Right. They kind of give you, in my own words, the underbelly of the city.
Mm-hmm.
And then subsequently, we joined the Chamber of Commerce.
Very good.
Which then gave us access to not only all of the Chamber's resources, but they have a maritime committee, an education committee, and a workforce development committee that we've been participating with.
So all of this ties in. Now, one of the goals that you had that I was just most impressed with was making, in particular, youngsters aware of the maritime employment opportunities that there were here on the island that maybe they just never even thought about.
Absolutely. If they've grown up here on the island and they're not even aware that they're on an island or had ever been out on a boat, I don't know how they could dream so big to be a member of the United States Coast Guard, for example.
Yes.
Or if they're creative sort, that they could go through Ball High's advanced training program in welding.
Yeah.
And then they could progress to maybe an underwater welder.
Absolutely.
There's so many examples. I could go on and on about how many trades are hungry for merchant mariners of any capability. You don't have to be a third mate, unlimited tonnage to get a job right out of college. And you don't even need to get a 4-year degree to get a job. You can get your associate's degree from Ball High. And if you don't have the resources, we have universal access set up through the Mitchell Family Foundation that gives any student that graduated from a school in Galveston 2 free years at Galveston College. Wow. I got a stat back that 30 students are going to take advantage of that in the spring of 25. I think there's probably a few more students that could benefit from knowing about that program and how to get into it.
Which is evidently one of the things that you do is act as a sort of a coordinating catalyst in making all these moving parts aware of one another.
Certainly.
Because it's easy to get siloed.
Definitely.
In all of these things. So you come across some opportunities as you have grown this organization then.
So many. In our office, if you come visit us, you will see there's an entire wall of whiteboard.
Right.
And that's my first step in visually mapping all of the people, universities, nonprofits, organizations, the people that I'm finding all have common goals. And you know as much as I know that on Galveston, there's no shortage of people that care about kids and care about boats.
That's right.
It's kind of one of the things.
Yeah, no, and you've got a huge matrix to work from there. I mean, all the opportunities and the location and people to fill those bills, those opportunities that you've talked about have got to lead to an occasional challenge or so.
Absolutely. So this has been a passion project for me thus far. I have found that custom coastal outreach can help not just the kids of course, but it can help the parents, it can help the teachers, it can help the administrators, all tie in these principles of the United Nations and NOAA came together and made a handbook for increasing ocean literacy.
Yes.
And it's built K through 2, 3 through 5, 6 through 8, 9 through 12. So that's already a framework we've got down for that. All we need to do is modify it and personalize it to Galveston's industries and resources.
Industry and academics have been responsive.
Yes, very, very, very responsive.
It sounds like what you need is maybe more people, more outreach, et cetera. Are you at that point?
We are. We have been talking with, so Galveston College has a summer camp they would like for us to participate in. We would love to do that. There's a program called ACE, and it's an after-school program. There is the GISD has a whole nother arm that gives teachers resources to things that will help them get their lessons brought home, and not bringing it to their house, but brought home to the student's mind.
Yeah, understood, yes.
And we have a special niche that not only am I a scientist, but I'm also highly aware of the industry's needs and desires. And I'm good at teaching kids out in the field. We would love to run at least, probably at least 25 trips in the spring. Mm-hmm. We would love to visit at least 15 different schools, bring them our curriculum in an informal way. Mm-hmm. It's time.
It's time, and we're talking about several things.
Yeah.
Awareness, which is these ventures into the schools and interfacing, coupled with the people it takes to make all this happen. You see the need.
I do.
You have the need matrix. I mean, you've got it on your whiteboard.
I do.
I mean, it's you've mapped this out, so you've got a sense of this.
I do. I have goals, probably a 5-year, it might end up a 10-year goal, is to help create. So there's a book called The Texas Aquatic Science. Mm-hmm. There's only a small chapter of that regarding coastal sciences. Really? I think the Gulf Coast needs an aquatic science textbook. I want to get that into high schools so teachers can teach it. Right. Not just the Galveston kids, but we need to get the kids that are closer up to Austin, where they're making policy, they're enforcing laws. Yeah,
absolutely. It's not like it's not like our coast is small.
No.
I don't even know how many miles it is, but it's huge.
Yes. I'm just going to guess maybe 300 and something. I don't know.
Oh, I'm sure. And every mile of that coast represents potential for employment.
Yes.
Besides caring about the planet,
Absolutely.
it's a chance for particularly young kids to
Yes.
find a very, very good job.
Very much so. I got to participate in Texas A&M's Succeeding in Science seminar, where it was mainly incoming marine biology students, but they were doing like speed dating, coming around talking to professionals.
Wow.
And we need to give kids this access to this information when they're younger so that they can start developing those dreams.
Exactly. What would you like to have now?
Well, if you are one of the people of this population that is in an IRS tax bracket, that you will be writing a check to the IRS, you also have the opportunity to donate to philanthropic needs like Custom Coastal Outreach for a $50 recurring monthly donation. That will help us secure one kid's ride on a boat each month.
Very good.
Up to the tens of thousands of dollars. Our needs are mainly administrative, and it's hard for a new nonprofit to get any grant funding, much less administrative or startup funding.
Yeah, since your work coordinates with many other organizations, the admin is imperative then.
It is. Our project costs are limited at this point.
Right.
They will rise, and they are there for the boat rental. If you could sponsor one boat trip for a group of 35 to 42 students on board a vessel through the channel that connects Galveston Bay to the Gulf of Mexico, that's $1,000 donation right there.
They can go to the site. They can go to the web presence of Custom Coastal Outreach and look at your bio is incredible, very impressive. Sounds like you could use some additional funding.
I can, to help us continue this mission to give kids access to these resources, educate them about them, and inspire them to make a dream for a beautiful career.
Emily Evans, a delight talking to you again.
So good to see you too, Jim. Thank you.
From Marmo Studio, you've been listening to Jim Bratton. This is Sierra Sakol.